Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Eli from Limit Break, and I'm here with my teammate Lychee, and he just placed fifth place with his BlackWarGreymon deck profile. He's going to be showing us right now, and we're going to go over the cards and the choices. And yeah, congrats on getting fifth place at the Premium Bandai Top Cut event. And yeah, you want to take it away and show your deck and explain the choices?
Oh yeah, thanks Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So I ran the deck. I ran black on the event, and yeah, I guess here's my choices here. So first for the eggs, four Kapurimon, the blocker ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get into this in a bit later, because there's a reason why this is the one that's picked over the other Kapurimon, which is reboot. So
Okay.
that's my eggs here.
Yep.
All Kapurimons. Then Zubagon Punch for the options. These are the only two options I play.
Yep.
Um, Zubagon Punch with its effect gives 3k DP to one of your Digimon until your opponent's turn and triggers blocker +1 security attack and reboot.
Yeah,
So
it's really
I
strong.
I would I would again probably explain a little bit more later with this one because it has some nifty combos you could do with the deck along with these two cards
Mm-hmm.
or Zubagon specifically. Then for Tamers I run three Izzies. Izzy over maybe Tai because he just fixes your hand. It's a little bit of a weaker version than Yellow TK, but for Black, fixing your hand and going to the Evo line is like super important,
Yep.
and Izzy does that really well for you. So for
Yeah.
my level threes, I run three Commandramons. Super simple, just two drops. Two drops are always good. Chumons, three Chumons here. With the format right now, Digimon that like a memory blocker is just super good. And
Yeah.
running three, I feel like really helped me on the games where if you go up against yellow, even purple with their Cerberus mons,
Mm-hmm.
these can really just shut down some plays for your opponents.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty simple here with Chumons. Now, Toy Agumon reboot, maybe even the best rookie for Black for going forward in the future still super good.
Yeah.
Pretty
Reboot's just
straightforward
strong.
here. Then we go with the four Sunariza promos here that I run. And yeah, I think this is also like a candidate to be like super good in the future also for Black.
Mm-hmm.
With its inheritable effect to give +1 security attack if your Black Digimon goes to 13 DP or more.
Yep.
So that is just like super strong for a inheritable by itself, especially for a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And the extra effect to give piercing if he's on play to any of your Black Digimon that's over 13,000 DP.
Yep.
So those are the rookie list. For the level fours, pretty simple on these two. One cost Evos, Tank Mons,
Mm-hmm.
and Dark Tyrannomon blockers. Just a cheap Evo for Black. And Tank Mons over. Let's say your other option would be Numemon. Tankmon just gives you gives you a little bit more. It dodges Nidhogg and it
Mm-hmm.
dodges like War Growlmon plays from yellow.
Yep.
So I picked him over Numemons.
Yep.
Then the difference here would be like most blacks would are starting to skip out on the Greymon, but I
Mm-hmm.
think the Greymon really helps mesh out the deck here.
Mm-hmm.
As my final level four choice, because what Greymon gives you is if you have the reboot under him with the Toy Agumon, you gain jamming, and that just
Mm-hmm.
gives you like an opportunity for your level fives to swing.
Yeah.
Where yeah, I feel like that's really important for Black. Like
Mm-hmm.
that one single swing you get from the level five, then it restands to be another threat again.
Yep.
is yeah, is what's lacking for I think most of the um format decks right now. Like green doesn't swing at level 5,
Mm-hmm.
yellow most likely doesn't swing at level 5. Okay, yeah, continuation with after the level 4s. Greymon for the start of my level 5 choices. Greymon just pretty good with the reboot that the deck has and gives
Mm-hmm.
the +1 security attack. And by himself, he has reboots. Let's say if you're missing the Toyagumon line, you just go into Greymon and swing with the reboot here.
Yep.
So, but he's the only one of here because I feel like the other two level 5s are just better choices here and meshes the deck so well.
Mm-hmm.
So the second choice is Megadramon here, and final choice is Gogmamon.
Okay.
Megadramon, the blocker inheritable by itself, so strong. As a level 5, giving your 6 a blocker, super strong in my opinion. And goes back again to the jamming Greymon. If you have the jamming, you could possibly like swing and restand,
Yep.
especially if you have the level 6, just too good.
Mm-hmm.
But the main reason why I choose these two over like another choice for level 5 is how it meshes well for that 13k DP threshold for your option Final Zubagon Punch. Like the blocker, the eggs I have for Kapurimon gives +1k to blockers,
Mm-hmm.
and if your level 6 reaches that 13k threshold, then you're sure to trigger your Final Zubagon Punch. And if you actually don't get the line of the blocker, Gogmamon fixes that for you with himself, giving
Mm-hmm.
the inheritable +1k. So that's basically my choice for the eggs here over
Yep.
the other eggs. And yeah, it just meshes too well here. Megadramon, think yeah, that explains Megadramon. And
Mm-hmm.
the some of the combos also here. Um, jamming jamming swing on a level 5 is amazing. But let's say if you don't have that jamming level 5, sometimes I would not be afraid to just Digiburst 3, give
Mm-hmm.
your Gogmamon 6 6k DP,
Yeah.
and he'll be swinging for 13k.
Yep.
Or if your opponent somehow gives you 2 memory, then
Mm-hmm.
you do the Digiburst and Super God Punch. So feel like if someone is gonna try to run the deck, like there are like a whole bunch of like options and routes you could go into.
Mm-hmm.
It's the deck isn't really that straightforward, but yeah, like especially and also the deck also rewards like matchup knowledge and your knowledge on different decks
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
yeah, like let's say I'm playing up against purple.
Mm-hmm.
Like purple has easy removal up against level 6 and higher. So having that option that your level 5 swings is just really good and just helps out the deck where I think before when I made the deck was missing something. And
Mm-hmm.
having your level 5 swing with your Gogmamon by himself is just a powerful card
Yep.
and could even possibly trigger Zubagon by himself or the Greymon that gives jamming and just helps your small guys. I mean level 5 swings. So that's my level 5 list. The other so this we're gonna go to the sixes. The first here is Blastmon. Now Blastmon here a little bit straightforward. He's just a huge guy,
Yeah, he's
13k
huge.
DP, and most likely even buffed to like 14k, swinging for +1, maybe even +2 if you have the Sun Arizamon promo under him,
Mm-hmm.
where he is just a threat. And one of his downsides though is you get to block with your opponent gets to block with any Digimon on the field.
Yep.
So that's his big downside. But um, I think that's where card knowledge goes into play also. Like I think sometimes I get away with people not really knowing black cards where
Mm-hmm.
you could actually just block with anything.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, he's just like the simple, straightforward way for the deck to have control, to push for early wins. Like if you evo this super early, this is your early push. This will be your main guy that your opponent wants to take out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
Blastmon right there.
Pretty strong card.
And the next card will be BlackWarGreymon. So this is what gives Black that game of chicken factor, I guess I would call
Mm-hmm.
with the format right now, where level fives would just sit on raising,
Mm-hmm.
and if your opponent goes out first, you get to punish his level five or level six.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, and see if your opponent sees you playing black, like, oh, I don't have to be afraid of having my stack here
Yeah.
raised up, and this is the card that punishes that.
Mm-hmm.
BlackWarGreymon just takes out the Digivolve 2, gives him piercing. So yeah, that's basically my explanation for the card.
Mm-hmm. And he can
But
hit
also,
13K with the Gogmamon, right?
yeah, with the Gogmamon or the blocker line, so
Mm-hmm.
he reaches 13K and he also triggers Zubagon Punch super easy. Like
Yeah.
having the Zubagon Punch on him is like almost always guaranteed if you have the line on him.
Yeah, and he's got piercing by himself, so even if they block, right,
Yeah,
it'll just yep.
yeah, and you just restand, become like a really big dude, a 15K blocker basically.
Yep.
And the final card and the final level six and the one that gave me most wins would be BlackWarGreymon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this deck is mainly a BlackWarGreymon deck, but you don't really show how you play a BlackWarGreymon. I think in my belief is you don't put uh too much emphasis on him. I
Mm-hmm.
tried using four BlackWarGreymons before, never worked, and now I'm running him three.
Yep.
So he is the finisher of the deck, and your
Yeah, he
opponent,
closes out games, right? Just literally a
yeah,
surprise 3 attacks. Yep.
if you're just left, you have a level five in raising, you're left at three memory. He just closes out games where your opponent didn't even expect that you could finish a game. The normal three swings he does is super good, but
Mm-hmm.
also the things that helps that with him, like the plus 1k buff really helps with like most matchups, especially yellow, where most of their Digimon is like 11k DP.
Mm-hmm.
So just reaching the plus 1k is super important also. And you could also have like some really nifty combos where, let's say you had a full BlackWarGreymon line and did Sunariza under him,
Mm-hmm.
that inherently gives him plus 1k. So you left at a raising maybe. Then next turn, you Zubagon punched him, reach him 13k. This thing didn't work, but this worked. So you're swinging for
Yeah.
plus two every swing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's super powerful. Like this card is actually really powerful as a card,
Yeah, I could see
and
that.
it, it was just looking for the way to mesh him inside the deck, where this deck doesn't really focus. I don't want to evo into BlackWarGreymon first.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a little feint here where my opponent will focus on a Blastmon or a BlitzGreymon at first. They try to take it out, they remove it, but eventually after chipping down their security,
Yep.
this guy comes in and just, yeah, takes out the game for you, and yeah, MVP of the deck.
Yeah, I like your level 6 lineup. The 3-3-2, the Blitz Greymon definitely gives you that game of like, you can play chicken with your opponent and you can just
Yeah.
surprise your opponent with the Black War Grace. So, yeah, I definitely like that split.
And the last cards would be Alter S and Chaosmon as your level sevens.
Oh,
A little bit
okay, two
self-ex.
one ofs. How come
Yeah,
just not one of the other, or one or the other? Just you just figured two would be better
it's
having
just,
options.
yeah, I think it just is for the utility out of it.
Mhm.
Like I Alter X definitely gave me a game here in the tournament. W- uh, when was up against Espira, and
Mhm.
he really worked there. Um, and Chaosmon also is super good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just having those two other options, you might not see it. You and it might not be in your hand.
Mhm.
But with my deck right now is I'm more focusing on the level sixes than the sevens.
Yep.
These are for me basically extra options here. If I
Mhm.
don't find them, they're fine. But if I do find them, oh, I'm like, okay, I have other things that I'll be able to do in the deck, where the deck is a whole bunch of toolbox already at the same time.
Yep.
Uh, and yeah, and again with the matchup knowledge also, like um I had games where the Gogmamon here plus 1k under one of my big guys
Mhm.
just saved me games where your my opponent didn't notice that or completely forgot maybe that
Yeah, the inheritable,
Gogmamon
the
was under it.
1K.
Yeah, and it just saves you from the Valder arm place
Mhm.
where they were supposed to take out your big guy,
Yep.
and oh yeah, there he is still.
He's
He
still
still
at
survives.
1K. Yep.
Yeah. So those came up, and playing this deck is not simple at all. Like I had to keep playing this deck to figure out and even find new ways to play it.
Mhm.
Um, and the more you play it, the more knowledge you get from the deck too. Cause yeah, I guess there's no straightforward way to play the deck.
Yeah.
I did plays where I had two Gogmamons up, and I
Mhm.
was so afraid of a Valder play that
Yeah.
I just Digiburst, give this that plus 2k, Digiburst, give this that plus 2k, drop
Mhm.
another guy, and pass the turn
Yeah,
just
that
to
way they
have them
can't.
survive.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they were like at 9k threshold, and yeah, just even during the tournament, I had like different ways. I found out that I could play the game with it.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think that's most of the deck.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, I appreciate you showing the deck also.
Yeah, thanks for allowing me to show your deck profile to everybody here on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. This has been LichiKing on Discord. If you guys are ever around, we're always in the Discord server, the Limit Break One, just play
Oh,
testing. So yeah,
yeah. A little
so
shout out also to the team and
mm-hmm.
the Bay Area Digimon server. They're
A
like I think they're the best I mean California server for
mm-hmm.
Digimon right now.
Yeah, it's
But
awesome, man. It's awesome. Well, congratulations on your top 8 placement, and yeah, thank you for the deck profile, and we will see you guys later. Yeah, it's been Limit Break, and we're out. Peace.